Exercise 24, this will be the last of the stairs for a while. We'll revisit stairs with other exercises and projects as we go forward. But this will be the last of the stairs for a little while. Exercise 24, we'll do a series of inclinations of stairs. We'll do 3 stairs and a platform, and then 6 more stairs up above in the sky plane, and we'll end with another platform and then a door, and then we'll do some handrails, at least on one side, maybe on both if I feel like it. And so this will be the most complex setup that we've done so far. So let's get started. First thing I want to do is set in the horizon line. I want to set it down from the bottom of the piece of paper here, picture plane paper, 8.5 inches up from the bottom, so 8.5 inches up. I'll make a mark at 8.5, and then I'll draw across, all the way across here, all the way. That's our horizon line, and then we'll put our 1-point vanishing point in at 12 inches for a center of vision, right here. There's our VP right there. Label that VP. That's our level vanishing point, our level LVP for level vanishing point. And then I'm going to draw the incline vanishing point up, and I'll show you where I end that. That will be, let's just go all the way up with a straight line. And then I'm going to, from the top, measure down 3 inches and put the VP there. So this will be the VP inclined, VP INC, or incline vanishing point right in through there. Okay, so go ahead and get that set up, and we'll keep going here. So I'm going to start the stairs, and I think what I'll do to match yours to mine a little bit, I'll just bring down the center line here for a center of vision. And this is going to be just for reference through here, just to show you. And so that's the center coming in. I'm going to come in just a little bit too, and I'll keep coming in as we go further. I think what I'm going to do here is I have in my notes that the stairs are going to be longer on the left than they are on the right. So I think what I'll do is I'll make them, here's our center, I think I'll make them 7 inches long, and about, we'll start at about, this is kind of the ruler length from the bottom of the paper, so about 1.5 inches or so up from the bottom. I can even measure them over here as I have my notes out. It's about, yeah, about 1.5 inches. So 1.5 inches from the bottom of the piece of paper, 18 by 24, I'll make a mark here, okay? So we can get this close to how we'll be close together. I think that's important. I'm just going to draw a horizontal line across. I overdraw here a little bit, and I'll correct that in a moment so that we're good to go here. So now I'm going to say that from our little center point here, we'll make this 2 inches on the left. So just 1, 2, and I'll put a mark there, and then 7 inches long, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so that'll make it 7. So it's 5 inches longer on the left than it is on the right there. Okay, so that'll take care of that. And then the riser is going to be, since we're in 1 point, it looks like about 1 inch, 1.5 inches. So the riser will come up, I'll just come up 1 inch, 1.5 inches there, so 1.5 inches there. So 7 inches by 1.5 inches, and let me make sure I get this nice and straight. There we go, right there, 1.5 inches. All right, so we'll complete this out. Here, I'll bring this over, draw over here, and then once we do that, then we're going to create our slope through our incline vanishing point, so nice and dark in through here. I may not be able to come in too much in this drawing since, well, I can do certain sections. Okay, I see what I've got here. All right, so now we've got our risers here. Let's go ahead and get our slope in. So let's go, let me sharpen my blue pencil. I never do that beforehand. I don't know why. I always just get excited and keep going. So now we've got a nice and sharpened pencil. for our slope. So from our risers, our top and bottom of our risers, we'll go back to our inclined vanishing point, not our level, not our LVP, level vanishing point, but our inclined vanishing point from here all the way up to our inclined vanishing point there. And the same thing from the other end. This is going to help create and give us slope and slope control, which is what we want too out of this. There. And we'll do the same thing now on the other side here. Okay, there we go. And from the bottom of the riser all the way up to the inclined vanishing point. It's a long way to go. Just take it slow, make sure you get it correct. That's important, running through there. All right, so we have that established now in our composition. Okay, so we're ready now to build stairs up three treads, and then a longer, or 2 treads, and the last stair will be a platform that will go deeper, and then we'll continue to go up with more stairs, and we'll create more slopes out of that. All right, so now we've got our level vanishing point, and we can start to use that. We want to work from the top corner here back to the LVP, right in through there. Where they meet our slope control line, blue line, we stop there and there. You know how to do this already. Boom, there we go. That gives us, I'll overdraw just a little bit so we can find where they bisect that blue line nice and cleanly for each one. Right there. And there's our tread. Let's darken this in so we can see it. Here and here. There we go. And there we go. Now we can bring up our riser. Okay. Right there, I'll overdraw just a little bit. And the reason why is so I can align them to where they make the nicest connection, right about right there. There we go. There's our next riser. So you want to keep that blue line really thin. If it's thicker, then I go for the center of that blue line the best I can. Okay, so from the corner of our riser to our tread, back to our level vanishing point, just a little bit till it hits our slope guide, controlled by our inclined vanishing point. There and there. We'll stop and we'll draw our tread over here. Here we go, where it meets that blue line. Now I can darken in these a little bit. Okay. Got stair number 2. Then we'll make one more riser. We'll come up here to there. I'll overdraw a little bit, and I'll overdraw a little bit, and we'll demarcate where they're connecting the best. There to there. There we go. There's our end of our next riser, the beginning of our next tread, and I'll just darken in the vertical a little bit here, and then we'll go back to the level vanishing point. But now we're going to go deeper. Okay, this is going to create a little bit of a problem for us. Here, okay, and here. Since we're not keeping on with that slope, we're going to go a little bit deeper. We've got an issue. All right, so let's first of all, let's go deeper here to about right. Oh, here feels fun. Maybe about right in through here. All right, so I'll just kind of visually go along with mine. So there's our platform right there. So let me darken this in here, and let me darken in that in here and through here. All right, so I got a problem now. Now this is a platform, so we're walking up these stairs, then we're walking straight now. Then we've got another riser to hit, and then go upstairs until we're going to meet another platform somewhere up here, and then we're going to have a door that we would go through, right? So we'd go up. And of course, we're going to have handrails, at least on one side, so we wouldn't fall off this steep platform and die. We don't want that. Now, the problem is I've gone past my guide, right? So how do I know how to keep the same riser up here to the top? What's the length? How do I think the length? Well, what I'll do is I'll use this one over here and I'll bring over the length, and then I'll just make new slope guides back to the vanishing point. Let me show you how we'll do that. So we'll continue to use this line. We're going to draw a little bit lighter. We'll just bring it over like so, okay, right, over to here, and then we'll come up here. That'll be where our riser would be here. So from this bottom line up, there's our riser guide, right? There's our riser guide here, right? Boom, boom, there. Okay, then we'll come where they connect up and over, nice and light. Then we can cut that off to here, right? So where this gets smaller in dimension right there, and right there, up and through, then we're good to go. Now we can keep doing that, or I can just do new guides, which I like, which I prefer to do. All right, so we took this, we went further than our guides, and then we found this height, which has got to be more diminished, right, than here. It's got to be, because it's going back in space. So there's a longer platform. It's 2 or 3 times at least longer than our treads before. I'd say about 4 times, maybe 5. So that means this is going to get smaller perceptually. See how these get a little bit perceptually smaller, and even more so. And so I just use this guide over here to connect it through here. Okay, and of course it's smaller in through here. So here's my length guide. Here's my height guide. Now I can redraw new slope guides from these 2 risers, these 4 this one here and here, here and here, up to my incline vanishing point. So let's do that now. So from each new top of our riser here and the bottom there, up to our inclined VP there, and also from the bottom, we're good to go. All right. Notice because we have a little bit more space from the center, we get a little bit more width over here than we do. That's nice to keep it a little bit off balance, just for asymmetry, which can be pretty fun. Okay, now we need to go back to the level vanishing point. We're going to be going inside. Because we're starting to become above eye level, the treads will disappear from our vision, even though we'll be able to see them. We have to in our drawing to figure out where our risers go. You wouldn't be able to see a person when they're walking. You won't be able to see their feet, more of their feet, until their entire shoe would disappear. All right, so I'm gonna pan in closer so you can see this. Let's go in deeper. I think that's important to see. There we go, so you can see this a little clearer. All right, so now from the level vanishing point, we're going to go through the riser here. We're at bisects that our slope guide here. Look how tight that is, right in through, whoo, ultra tight. That's where we stop. That's where our tread is. So I'll bring my T-square over. I'll line that up the best I can, right in through there. There it is, nice and light. You'll be able to see that since you're closer in. There's where I know to go up with my riser. Okay, so now we can take our riser from there up, kind of draw over a little bit, up, draw over a little bit, and then where's our next stair end? About right there. And draw over and through. There we go, right there. Okay, and then we can bring, darken in the riser there. Now you'll be able to see this a little bit better. So now we'll go from this point of our corner of our stair where our tread meets our riser back to our level vanishing point. Okay, just enough so we can touch our blue line right there and right there. That's our guide right there for our tread. Nice and light. Right in through there. Now we'll go up. We'll bring our riser up. Okay. From this point, I could come in a little bit. It's good to be accurate right through there till it meets our blue line for our slope guide. Till it meets our blue line right through there. Bring them over. They touch about right there. There's our next stair. So we're doing the same thing. We pushed back the stairs. We had to, because we have a longer platform. So it's if you come up the stairs and you've got another floor to kind of deal with as you come on up. Maybe if you're at the theater or at the opera, or you're climbing stairs to go to school, or wherever you're at in a building, you'll encounter that You know, stairs could actually turn. We could have stairs going this way and then have a side view where they go up that way. So there's a lot of different ways to do stairs. A lot of different projects if you want to take them on. And you get these projects from real life and different views of real life. Okay, so we have that. We need to find the length of our tread. So we go back and go inside out, right through there. And it gets a little bit easier the higher you are away from the horizon line. Right there is our tread, and up and over. And now we know where to start our riser. Here, up and through, in here, up and through where it touches our blue line. They're pretty thick, so I'll guesstimate. Feels pretty good about right there. They should get diminished, starting to diminish further and further. Their blue lines are our best friends. We don't have to think about it. Now, if you're sketching freehand later on, what you will do is you can start to imagine. You'll see them get smaller, and you'll know why. It's because they're going to an incline vanishing point. Once you know this, you can apply this to creative projects and visual observation, which is pretty exciting if you're into drawing, which I hope you will be. Here, okay, then we'll come up, bring up another riser from that point all the way up until it meets the blue line, best you can, until it meets the blue line. Kind of see where they end, touch together. There's another ending point of the riser to the tread, that corner. How many is that? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do a couple of more and see what that looks like. Make sure, yeah, I'm still in the camera. Make sure I don't get out of the camera. Forget that's there sometimes. There and there. Okay, so it's pretty tiny there. There's the tread. Just find your tread very lightly. Bring up your riser from where they touch through, up and through. Darken it in when you get above it so you can kind of see it better. Right through there. It starts to get meshy. Right through there. There's 6. Sometimes when you slide your ruler across, your ruler will start to take on graphite. It will start to slide. So get in the habit of picking up your T-square when you slide it a little bit. If it starts to get really dirty, the more graphite lines you get, you'll start to smear it out. So get in the habit of picking up, moving, setting down, abutting, picking up, moving, setting down, abutting. That will help keep that surface cleaner. The cleaner you go, the better. Let's do one more stair. And then let's put a door there. Let's do some handrails. So from this corner back to the level VP, touches the blue line, touches our blue slope line right there. There's our tread right there. And then, because we're looking inside out, and then up with our riser to our last stair, up with our riser to our last stair. There we go. Okay. And then we would say, okay, then we're going to have a door there later on. We're going to have to push that door back because we won't see all of that door. Some of that door will be pushed away. So we're going to have to later on find how far in distance we are with our stairs. That's going to be really, I think, interesting as we go up and we find that wall. Now, what we can do is we can do that a couple of different ways. I think it's important. I'll draw a little bit of where a back wall would be, right about, I'm going to call it here. So I'm going to draw another line. It's below the horizon line here, kind of all the way through a little bit, darken in after the stairs, kind of right in through here. That would be where the wall would continue on. This could be kind of a flat platform. I'll kind of show you. Maybe it would end where the stair is here and kind of over, and here and kind of over too. And I'll talk about that a little bit in a moment. Let me pull out a little bit so you can see this, so you can see what we've wrought so far. Pretty cool. So far we've got that. Now we're going to draw a handrail up here with some pillars to hold the handrail, and then we'll go back up all the way to the top. But now what we want to do is kind of figure out where we could have a platform at the top like this one, but up here, and then where the platform ends back in the space, that's where a door would begin. So that's important. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take from the end of the stairs here, remember how we found the next tread? Well, we're going to keep going. And I'm going to go all the way to the left vanishing point with the construction line there. And I'm going to go all the way there too. Okay? Then I'm going to say that it's going to be a little bit further than our stair, our tread would be there. Okay? Another one might be there. So maybe one, I'm going to put the door about 3 in. So it'd be about maybe right, maybe not that far back. Maybe here to there. So I'm going to put bigger dots running through there and say that's where our platform, our total stair platform, we're in right there where those 2 bigger dots are. Let me come in so you can see it. Okay, so right here and right here, I think that's important to see. Now, in order to help me a little bit, I'm going to bring these down all the way till they meet this level of platform. It's like we have 2 levels of stairs. So if I drew them kind of a plan view, let's see over here where you could see it would be kind of like, it would be this, right? And then there's another like a platform coming, and then there's another level of stairs. So we go up the stairs, and then we walk a little further here, and then we go up the stairs again. So what I'm drawing is from this part down all the way to the back. I'm using this guide, and then all the way the back in through here. So down through here, and then I'm going to need diminishment down below to come up too. I'll show you what we do first. All right, so it's basically verticals, and they're going to come through here all the way down to there, okay, to there. So what I did was drew from here to here first, but I still have this distance to go till I get to this distance. Well, I don't have the bottom distance set in, so let me set that back out so you can see it. This is important. There we go. So what I really mean to say is from these 2 corners, here, right? Can we see that? Did I get out far enough? There we go. Now you can see it. From these 2 corners here, back to the vanishing point. We need to draw a diminishment. So from here, okay, there we go, and from there down level. Remember, we're level. We're on level on the ground over there. To there, to there. There we go. So I can keep going now, and I'll go ahead and reach the bottom of all that, which would be right there and right there where we touch. So that's the major part of the pyramid. So they meet up. That's this part right there. Okay, so that's really important to know. Now I can bring a door up from here up and over, and I can end it as tall as I want. I might even use a diminishment line. I think that might be kind of cool too. So part of that door is going to be hidden because we're walking up. Here's the stair step. Now here I'm going to go back in so you can see this better. This gets where it gets fun, I think. Hopefully it's fun. So here's where the guide for my door can be, or it can be a little bit thinner because this is where the stairs end. So the door is going to be a little bit thinner. It's going to start here in the back. Since we have a platform, we go up, we have a platform here. That's important. So we come up, there's a platform, we come up the stairs, and then there's a little walkway where you continue to walk a little bit, and then you have the door right there. So that's going to be diminished in through here. So I'm giving this distance here. So I might put the door a little bit off center, maybe here. I'll put a little dot there and a little dot there, and we'll bring it up a little bit. So that may not get us all the way. So maybe here, and I'll bring it up here, like so, and like so. And I'm just going to arbitrarily make that. I don't know how high that is in true scale. I don't care. I just want it to work out visually. It looks pretty good right in through there. So I'm going to give it that, and then I'm going to put a little doorknob here, just a touch of a doorknob to tell me that's a door that's open. It could be whatever that is, to a bedroom or a dressing room or into some grand theater hall or something, I don't know. But it's closed, and we'll keep that going. And then I could put where the, let me pull out a little bit. Then, for instance, this could be where the ceiling ends or the wall ends right in through here. And then a ceiling could begin over here. For instance, there's our 1 point vanishing point. See how we made this? We could do something like this where we have, okay, here's where I'll come up a room. Here could be the ceiling right in through there, and maybe it's off over in through there like that. So there's the ceiling of our room and through here. And then walls would be coming over on this side. You don't have to draw this if you don't want, but I wanted to show you. Walls could be coming over here, and there could be a wall in our plan view. What's important right now mostly is of course the stairs. Let me diminish the darkness of this line. That might confuse you a little bit here, and a little bit, of course, there. There we go. Okay. So now what I want to do is draw a handrail. Let's go out. There we go. And I want to draw a handrail that is landing on two pillars here. So they're leveled out, and then they go back up, and then they end up here somewhere, up to the door platform area where there's another level or floor. They could kind of connect up, or even go into the wall. Maybe that might be even smarter to do. All right, so what do I mean by that? Well, okay, let's start. Let me pull in just a little bit. Now we're going to use also our Incline VP, because we're going to need that. Okay, so you already know where it's at. I want to go in further, so when I say draw the Incline VP, you know where yours is at. So you should be fine there. Okay, so let's put a pillar here, and that's basically going to be a 1 point kind of rectangular cubic form. I'll show you. So we're going to put it over here, off a little bit, and then in front of the floor just a little bit, about right in through here. So I'll put a little horizontal line right in through there. Okay, and we're going to draw its height. Make it high enough so it comes to hand, so maybe this tall through here. So maybe over here. I'm going to diminish this line over here where that the corner of that wall is. Really don't even have to have it. So I'm going to have that there, about this height, maybe a little bit higher. In through here, so we'll bring our horizontal over and through here. Okay, and let's see how deep I want it. Remember, we're level now, so we'll use our level VP. So back to the VP here, and back to the vanishing point from here. Okay, there we go. All right, so they're parallel. This line, they're parallel together, at least in terms of straight space, but they might touch together. Obviously, they touch together back here. So let's see how deep we want this thing. Maybe this, not too terribly deep, maybe about that deep into space. Could put that there. Okay, so we'll bring up our vertical here. There we go. All right, so there's one of our pillars. Let's draw it inside out. We'll need that here. And we'll put another vertical here, like so, horizontal. And then we'll go back to our vanishing point where they meet up. There's our corner right there. Okay. And back in through here. So we're drawing it inside out so we can see through it a little bit. There we go. And we'll meet up our verticals here and here. There we go. Okay. So now we have a pillar to work with. So now we can also play with a handrail. Let's put our next pillar over here too as well. So we could space this out. Remember our Xing and find our center and then find all our spacing. We could do this out and have the same height if you want to do that. We could do that. It's a little bit of work, but why not? Let's try to do that. So we'll find its center here and square on the ground. We know how to do that. There's our true center. We'll go back to our vanishing point there. And so we want a nice measurement to put it into space back in through here. All right. Remember, we go from, we'll do it this way. We'll need the other side over here as well. Sorry about that. There we go. All right. So from this point through here, that tells us where our next square sits down right there. We're not going to draw the whole square. It's already done for us a little bit. So from this point right through there, All we're doing is measuring space, linear perspective, so we can put our next pillared square back here and be the same size as that one. So through here, go back into your exercise. If you haven't seen this before, you haven't done all the exercises. We have it there, okay? So we're just measuring space out by centering X's, drawing through that center to the mid-length on the other side, right through there, and over, and through, and then one more gets us to this line over, where our stair would start, and that's where we need to put it, so that would get us right through there, right to that line right there. So there it is, right there in space. Okay, so it's this square right here. I'm going to go in a little bit deeper so you can start to see it right in through there. Right here is where I'll put our next pillar. It'll be the same size as this one, measured out and brought up. Here's our front corner that we see. Up, let me bring it up to here, is where we need it, right there. And then we'll bring horizontal over, and that ends where this touches, right there. Here we go. Okay, make sure you see that there to there. Then we have the length, the depth of the other, right there. Bring it up until it meets that convergence line, and there we go. Now we have our two pillars set in, so we're doing pretty good there. All right, so let me darken this one in here so you can see it nice and clean here. And here, and there. A little bit darker too. There we go. Nice dark line, so you can see it come forward a little bit. To there. Cover it through here. All right. Sit it down on the ground. I got a little real thick. There we go. Okay, so let me clean this up a little bit. You can take your kneaded eraser and clean off a little bit of that erasing, smudging a little bit. Okay, so we have our two pillars. Let me sharpen. And we want to make a handrail now that goes through to them. Now, if you wanted pillars over here, how would you do that? All you would have to do is bring them, slide them both over to here. Just make sure you could approximate how much space. You could actually bring that measurement over, but you could approximate this much space. You could actually measure it here into here almost, even though you're a little bit, you're in perspective, so that would change a little bit. Okay, so sharpening up here. Okay, let's tighten up this pillar here. Let's bring it down to there, down to there. Bring it over, and then tighten up so we can really see it. Okay, so we've got it. Now we've got handrails to work on. So let's bring our handrails in. So let's put our handrail on. Let me pull out a little bit. Just a little touch. Let's put our handrail on. Our handrail is going to go inclined, up to the incline, vanishing point, then go level. And now incline is going to end and be constructed into the wall over here somewhere. All right, so let's do that. So let's find the center of our pillar here really quickly. You know how to do that. And you don't have to use all of it. You could just take this part of it and find the center of that part. So you can use an arbitrary line horizontal across here and here. Boom, and there's your center right through there. So I'll draw a straight line through. And the reason why I did that is I didn't want to have to bother with the whole thing. And then say I can draw a pillar that comes through that center and say, okay, I want it this high right here, kind of in the middle, about right there. And so right through here, okay, here's the back of it. And then the distance would be, the height would be there. So I could draw the vertical and horizontal through. Okay, bear with me, right there, right there. Okay, now we're good to go. All right, so now we need a slope to get the slope coming down. So this is a handrail down from our stairs people could hang on to, hold on to. So from these points, let's go from our incline vanishing point. Now it's not in the composition, it's out of this camera, but you get the idea. I'm laying it over, so I'll use through here, through our incline vanishing point down. Okay, line up with the incline vanishing point, then I'll go down. I need one here as well, incline vanishing point, go down. And if you want to think inside out too, we could go draw one down and through here. All right, so let me darken that in a little bit. Now we're not going to complete it down here because we still lower. I don't want to draw another pillar. I want to take up too much more time. So we would have darken that in, and we could darken this in. Keep on coming down. There's your vertical. And we'll line that back up to our incline vanishing point. Come back in a little bit further, and we'll just use this one and over. And now we've got a handrail that we can start to hold on to. So let's pull out a little bit so we can see that. So now we've got our handrail in our composition. So now we're going to take this, bring it all the way through, bring it through this pillar to the back, and then bring it up to the very top of the stairs, and we'll need another incline for that as well. So we need the back of this smaller equal pillar. Okay, so let's pull in so you can see that. There we go. Keep on going. That's it. Let's pull in good. There we go. We can see that. So let's get the back of here. All right, we need that to come up so we can find the top of this pillar right through there, level vanishing point, right, and over to there where it touches, and then from this point up to there. Okay, here, and there we go, right through there. Okay, so here's the back part of our pillar. Now we can come through here, go through this pillar all the way over and into this platform and up through in the back of it. So let's show you, let me show you how to do that. All right, so we can take these front, go all the way through to the vanishing point, which goes all the way through all of them there. And there, they just built right on through to there, and there's the last one. There's a lot to keep up with. So let's go in even deeper so you can see that. There we go. Okay, so now I'm over right here. So let me sharpen up so you can see it. So we've got to show where it goes through that pillar, right? So we've got to do that. Sharpen up, you can hear it chug along, sharpening in. Okay, so we have to be a detective. Here's the end of it. Through here and over, down. Here's the thickness. I'm just going to sketch it out just to abbreviate the time. And over. Through here is the other one. And we'll come down, and there she is right through there. Okay. So now we can use that, and I can sharpen up these lines where our handrail comes through. Right through here, we would see it. There's the top part, and this bottom part, corner right in through here. Okay, whoops. And then we have a straight, it's hard to see. This goes a straight line through here, back to the bottom left corner, which would be all the way actually over to there. There it is. There we go. And back over, and then I'll pull out to show you how that looks. There we go. There's our handrail coming through. Now we're good to go. And now, where we see it go in the back, we need to stop it there. That tells us about right in through there where it touches. There's a little space in between. That's where I'm going to guesstimate. Back and through. That's where it's going to go up to our incline and then into our wall. Okay, so I need to sharpen up for that too as well. So let me sharpen here. Okay, so I'm going to tighten up this little vertical on the inside here. We're looking through, right through there. As it comes through the pillar, right through there, it lines up. There it is. So that's where, in the back would be right coming through and up. And bring our vertical over. It would be back and right in through there. All right, so now we know where to go. Now we go back to our incline vanishing point, from, now let me come in. I'll assume you know where your incline is. This is challenging. So I'm going to come through this point, and this point up to the incline vanishing point. Right through there, and I'm going to do it in graphite here. Okay, and then the bottom of it we'll see here as well. It's very, very slight. And then the back top left corner will come through like so, like that. Let me pull out so you can see that. There we go. So we're getting in another incline from here up to all the way to the incline vanishing point. And what I'm going to do is cut it off as it comes through. It will touch the wall up in through here. So that I have a handrail as it got all the way up. So I think I'll end it as it would come flush to the wall, about right there, and then come vertically down, which it's so small, right in through there. So I'm going to color this in the side of this handrail so you can see that, tone that in a little bit there. And then I'm going to tone it in on the side so you can see that there. Right there where it meets the front part of the pillar. And then of course it goes inside. And then over here, I'll show you too as well. Then it goes inside the pillar. Of course it came outside the pillar all the way through. And then downward. Right. So let's pull out and take a look at that. Okay, just a little bit further. So now we've got a nicer complex series of stairs to work with. And of course, if you wanted to put more pillars on the other side with another handrail, you would do so. And of course, it would come up all the way up to the top with our door up here. So now we've got a nice flight of steps. We've got 3 here to come up. We've got a nice platform to come up through here. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 flights of stairs with another platform up in some distance through. So pretty challenging exercise, I think, for where we're at now with your perspective studies. I think it's a nice, challenging, kind of conclusion to drawing and understanding stairs. So if I put a little bit of extra shading on here so you can understand that, just remember that this handrail would end about, it does end, not right about, but it does end there. That might be a little bit low. Maybe a little bit higher might help, but that's okay. I don't mind that, just for the drawing effect. Through here, and then we'll shade in the pillar a little bit. On this side, maybe a little bit darker on this side so you can see it. Here. And then we took equal spacing of our pillar until we got it along the back wall right there. Same size as this one in perspective now, right? Okay. And so let's do a little bit of shading of this little floor here. Okay, and of course we put that pillar off just a little bit from the corner edge where our stair was. Stairs right here, right there. So if we did a little shading of where the floor is, let me pull this lead out just a little bit so I can turn it to the side. There we go. Of course, here's our tread right in through here. We have that, and then here's the other part of the floor over here and here. Then of course, this part goes straight down, right? So that's why we have stairs here, is to climb up there. There's a vertical drop here, so I think that's important to notice too as well. And then the wall ends here. This floor ends and the wall begins here for a next level. So this is all a level platform, and then there's new stairs begin right? I think that's important to demarcate. And then we have a place where they would actually hit the wall, maybe back now in through here where that comes across like so, like we have it back in through there. Okay, so we have that, and then I can give a little bit of tone here to the rest of the stairs. Just to show you that. And then let's darken those in so we can see those nice and clean, clear. So only drawing the parts now that we see. And you don't necessarily need a T-square for that. You just need to line these up nice and clean. So these now are above our eye level, so this is what we would start to see. And we're looking, not necessarily looking up, but they're certainly up above us. Remember the horizon line, where is the horizon line? Remember it is, we draw it in blue, so you remember it's right here where the BP is. So here's our horizon line, right here coming across. It's important to make sure you know where it's at, right here coming across. That's our horizon line, right? Here's where the wall, this back wall meets this floor, so we could now bring the right triangle. We could go draw through this little diagram right here, right? Then this comes out from the vanishing point here and outward. Okay, way on out. Okay, out to here, and that's where that vertical drop is. As it comes on down. We could even bring it down depending on how deep we wanted to make this part of the stair. Right in through here to here, it would come down to about right in through here actually. So we could bring a straight line down relatively, let's see, to about right here. That was pretty good. Over and over to here, and we have that through. Okay, finish these out here. There you go. You've got a room. Fairly complex situation. Now you could add so much more detail to that. And now you have a formal linear perspective arrangement. And now you could take this arrangement completely generated out of your own imaginative studies or imagination and then sketch from it. Make it looser, make it fresher, add lots of detail. You could add chandeliers, you could add more handrails. Do all kinds of things to add maybe Baroque or fantastic decorative finishes and do anything that you want to it. Okay, so there it is. There's lesson exercise number 24, and that'll conclude our stairs for now. We'll keep doing stairs with other projects, but they'll be included with projects that we do. So that gives you a good introduction to how to work with different viewpoints of stairs. Okay, all right, thanks for watching. Hope you got a lot out of it. Keep practicing, and let me know if you have any feedback or questions. I love to get emails. I appreciate the support out there from international YouTube land. Take care, and I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.